Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Tyranny. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today here atop of the Spire of the Vendrian Well, I think is the name of this place. And we are looking through the Spire, or as the Spire. I'm not really sure what's happening. But if you missed last episode, I highly suggest you go back and watch it, at least the end, because that's where we read this one. Or you can read it right now if you want. But yeah, so near this settlement, and that's Lethian's Crossing right there, built at the joining of the ancient walls, you see a breach in the massive masonry, a cleft into the forbidden hidden realm within the walls. Let's drift into the old wall's entrance. Shadows envelop you, muting all sound and vision with slight delay. There is a feeling of perversion, of wrongness. Whatever arcane power is allowing your senses to drift free of your body seems to falter in this place. Figures haunt the stone walls, drifting emanations of clouds, claws, and fang. They pay you no heed, but you fear them all the same. In the depths of this forbidden place, the deepest chamber is bathed in light. An arcane symbol illuminates the floor. Arcane symbol, I mean, though the details hurts your eyes when you focus. With a gentle tug, your focus pulls back to a new horizon, though it takes you a moment to recognize it as Vendrian's Well. You've returned to the awareness of your immediate surroundings. The effect leaves you unsteady on your feet. Okay, let's drift closer to the Spire, I guess. The Spire feels similar to the one you now occupy, though instead of radiating arcane life, it reeks of dust and crumbling stone, a branch withering once pulled from its tree. It reaches for you with a barely perceptible tug. The link between you and the Spire recedes. The arcane bond is still present, but the mystical energies for the moment are quiet. Your body flooded with excitement and fatigue is unclear whether the mystic connection is strengthening you or siphoning. The tower offers nothing by way of answer, and you know that asking would only yield more silence in mystery. The deluge of sensation is over, but the positions of the other spires still linger in your mind. From your vantage point atop the mountain spire, you can easily spot the mysterious structures, each of them rising high above their distant surroundings. Oh, the teleporter activated, whatever that is activated. Did you sense that? Says Lantry. He signs a long sigil in the air, squinting at you as he works his cantrip. The ripples are everywhere. When you move, the magic of this place stirs and churns. That portal over there, those burning braziers, they all grow more intense as you approach. I think it's responding to your presence. Before we get ahead of ourselves, says Verse, it's worth remembering that you ended Kyrus' edict. That's no small feat. Maybe your connection to this place is related? Either way, sounds like something for the arcane-minded to investigate. Be sure to see me after your audience with Tunon, says Iron Marshal Lorenius. We cannot let the Scarlet Chorus gain hold into tears. Together, we will wipe them from the land. Come to me as soon as you can, Fatebinder. We have a lot of work to do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So we also got... Oh, she's gone. There it is. So we got the braziers over here. Apparently, they don't actually activate more if we step closer. But yeah. So, yeah, we can look east. We can look west. They apparently have two little places for us to throw people off. So that's pretty good. I'm looking forward to more of those executions. And did we all level up, or did we just get healed up? We need to go back to places where we don't get experience because of... I am almost at level 6 and I need to train. Anyway, so what do I want to do? Oh, yeah, I want to look at my quests. So quests are over here. So I got the Voices of Kyrus, and Tunon is the voice of Kyrus, and I need to travel to Tunon's court in the Bastard City. I also need to investigate the spires and find a way to the Lethian's Crossing Spire. But didn't I need to go talk to, also... Anyway, let's go to, Graven Ash. I think I did. Oh, really? We don't have access to... Oh. Well, welcome to the world of Tyranny. Holy crap, we've been playing for so long. Hi, Kyrus, what's up? Hello, little guys. They're really raging for this guy. You must be a fantastic heavy metal player. There's another one over here. No, that's... Oh, wait a minute. This is the Voices of Nerat, isn't it? That's the Voices of Nerat. And that's Graven Ash. Right? Or is it... Yeah, he is. Is it? Are these the chorus? They are the chorus. Yeah, I can't really recognize the Voices of Nerat. And down here we have... Tunon? Yeah. And over here we have nothing. Huh. That's Tunon, right? I remember this guy. This guy was in the middle. I remember the symbol as well, the sigil. So we got a bunch of places to go. We have Vendrian's Well, where we are at. And we have somewhere else. The Sunset Spire, Atlethian's Crossing. And we have the Bastard City, where Tunon lives. So it would make sense. I don't know what makes sense at this point. So let's go. We can go to Vendrian's Well. We can go to the Ascension Hall. Yeah, let's go to Vendrian's Well. Or Ascension Hall, rather, first. And then go to somewhere else. See where this leads to. I don't want to leave before doing everything that I can and all that sort of stuff. Also, I would like to see if Barrick can... Barrick and Verse can increase a little bit their respect for me. Their not respect. What's the word? What's the word they use? Doesn't matter. The stone throne is caked with a solid layer of dust. No one has sat upon it for quite some time. The intricacies of this architecture suggest a master of craftsmanship that is far beyond what one would expect from a normal tiersman. Yeah, I don't think this was built by them. All that remains of the plates and in the goblets are molded bits of bread and dingy water. That is, a decent meal hasn't been had in this room for a long time. Okay, let's get out of here. Apparently, yeah, this leads us outside. And we've been here before, of course. We fought bravely. Oh, it's a new area. Because, look at that. It's all unexplored. Yeah, it's a new area. So I suppose it's either going to have access to somewhere else, and that'll be this way. Yeah. It doesn't have the barricades anymore. That's the difference. So we have stuff to see as well, and to steal, more importantly. What is this? These small barracks are nowhere near large enough to keep the Vendrian Guard comfortable and well rested. Sleeping occurs in short shifts, with soldiers rotating in and out of their beds. Yeah, okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna get this.
That wasn't so hard.
No, it wasn't. What is it? Research. Dagger plans. Really? Okay. Oh, there it is. These partial plans describe the process for crafting a powerful weapon, but more research is needed to fill in the gaps in the plan. This research can be made with the Spire library upgrade and the proper materials. Yeah, as I thought, the Spire is gonna be like like the Stronghold in Pillars of Eternity, except in Pillars of Eternity you could craft anywhere, and here I think you can only craft in the Spire itself. So, yeah. Bloodstain's leader, the training ground, Vendrian Guard trainees spar in this area, perfecting their martial craft. Yeah, they would. So over here, and by the way, do you know why it's called martial arts and martial craft and martial law and martial whatever? Basically, what it means is that it's from war. But the reason why that is, and for those of you that don't know, of course, ooh, look at that, and I'll keep you in expectation for a little while longer. What is this? Ooh, new Spiral Forge plan available. Locked iron gauntlets can be created with access to a Spire Forge upgrade. So this old book is fragile and hard to read. It's for locked iron gauntlet. But there are legible plans in it for locked iron gauntlets. This item can be created with access to a Spire Forge upgrade and proper materials. Okay. What about this one? Excuse the hiccup. I'm very hiccupy right now because I drank a little bit of water, but apparently that made me hiccupy. That's not good. Hiccupy, is that a word? That's gotta be a word. This is gonna be the let's play of me making up words, hopefully. Anyway, what do we have here? Nothing of import. So yeah, it's called martial because of war. Well, it comes from the word Mars. And Mars was a Roman god, the god of war. Yep. And that's why. That's why. It's as simple as that. Following Kairos' conquest, food has become far less plentiful in their tiers. The Vendrian Guard must, something or other, make do with very little. Yeah, they probably eat their own poo or something. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah. Because they're weird like that. They're barbarians. We have something over here. Lesser healing potion that's gonna be for him. And actually, I probably should be the one to take a lot of potions. By the way, can I drink multiple potions in succession? Like, for example, if I take a healing potion, a lesser one, can I take the bigger one after that? Right after that? Hopefully so. So those don't stack. Let's put it over there, because she doesn't have that many of them. So there we go. Let's go out.
Will do.
Of course you will. Let's see the aftermath of the terrible battle that took place down here. And it probably is still taking place. Well, we have good stuff to take. That's always good. Ooh, nice. Oh, that is nice. What is that? That is a stalwart helmet. It does extra armor. That's probably going to be for me. Yeah, it's definitely going to be for me. Okay, put it over there. Put it over there. Can drag it on top of your character. It's kind of, I would have preferred it like that, but you can't. So we got some deflection, some better recovery over there. I think I'd rather go for that. So yeah, what is that? What was he wearing anyway? A heavy bronze helmet. Well, it's no wonder why it had better recovery. So what do we have over here? Can't go over that way. Ooh, we have a shield. And of course, only one of us uses a shield. And that would be him. That is well, the recovery, the dodge and the parry. What's his skill points right now? What's his skill situation? So he's got a bunch of dodge and a bunch of parry. So that's what's the net improvement over here? The net improvement would be using the other one. So can you use a shield? Do you use a shield? Yeah, you do. Is that better? No, it's not. Okay, so it's crap. Put it over there. So are we all using our proper weapons? I think so. Okay, so I can't go that way. So let me check the map. Yeah, the map has changed quite a little bit. That's all good. It's all good. It's sunset, and look at how the game looks. That's pretty awesome. Pillars didn't have day-night cycle, did it? I mean, it had day-night cycle, but did it have like midway through? Like, I think what we're experiencing right now, if we stay out here for a little while, night is gonna fall and things are gonna change.
Spotted something.
What? Oh, that thing. Good. We have that. We can take that. That's okay. She's gonna take these. And I'm gonna take that, because I'm always the one to die. And also because I have another one of those. Actually, I'm gonna have that. Thank you very much. What do I have here? A javelin. A javelin that's gonna go for you if... well, armor penetration, the DPS is a little bit better. The accuracy, not so much. And I don't really trust his accuracy too much. So I'd rather him have just accuracy. Ooh, nice ones. Oh, that's for him, of course. The same ones for me, and the same ones for her. Well, not exactly the same, but... there it goes. And what is that, by the way?
I can't.
This damage dates back to Kairos' initial conquest of the tiers. That it is one of the few blemishes remaining is testament to the Vendrian Guard's reconstruction efforts. Yeah, indeed. Can we get out of here or go somewhere that it's interesting? No? Okay. Fast mode activate! Let's go through here. Wait a minute. These are my banners! Well, I mean, I guess this is my Spire, so... are these my guards? There are no guards. Just training dummies. Well, I better put the training dummies on top of the, of those things over there. Whatever the name of the battlements? I guess battlements. Because that's a way to fool the enemy. Like, look at that! So many archers! And yeah, it's not a single one. Not a single archer, it's just dummies. Of course, they didn't have binoculars back then, so it's kind of, you know, may they be excused, but apart from that, it's quite... you'd probably be feeling pretty foolish if you just held your army back in fear of dummies all the time. Let's see what we have here. And that would be just some good stuff to drink. Nobody picked it up, right? Yeah, good. Straight to the stash. So let's go up here. I don't think there's gonna be anything interesting around here. So, oh, there is. Look at that. So this, oh, actually, there isn't. I thought there was gonna be somebody living up here. That's just some fish.
Can't do that.
Yeah, I don't like fish either. It's terrible. It's awful. It's hateful. I do like sushi, but that's, yeah, different. Or I also like sashimi. That's different as well. It's still fish, I know, but oh, look at that. We traveled in between all the things. So we need to go to the well for the Spire so we can travel? Because we can't go back there, and I didn't check if we had seen everything. Because I'm pretty sure we missed that first lower check. And we should have gone back there to get a... hopefully it's not going to be important. It probably is going to be important, isn't it? Okay, the sculpture didn't respond to your... Why doesn't it? It responds to mine, right?
Right.
No. What? Oh.
Will do.
It's this thing, isn't it? What? Ah! I'm a dumbass. Anyway, there we go. So we're gonna go to the Spire. Should we go to the Spire? Should we invoke Tunon's fury a little bit? Let's go to Tunon. I don't really want. I don't want to come out the bad guy over here. We need to suck up to the boss before we can kill the boss, hopefully, and become the Archon of Justice ourselves, and then we'll rule the world, and then basically kill those that destroyed my family. Let's go. And that's pretty much it. So Tunon's court. When the bastard city fell to Kairos' army, Tunon the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, claimed the palace for his own. Now Tunon's court serves as the center of law and governance for the tiers. And we have some craters. Some craters. Probably that's how they... I don't actually understand how they did that, but how they won the war. Oh, well, that doesn't really make it... I mean, you built a moat instead of a wall. That doesn't make it any easier to get past that, does it? Anyway, let's get over there. 2 days and 12 hours. We don't have a time limit, so let's just go. Oh. We probably should have stopped by over there, shouldn't we? It's awesome that... It's really awesome. Oh, this place is awesome. Man, the art direction is amazing. I really, really preferred it over Pillars. Although Pillars' art direction is pretty good as well. But this one is just more bold, I guess, and I prefer that. So we got nobles and Lady Lucretia's over there. Isn't Lucretia the name of a guy? It is. It should be Lucretia. I guess that's a family name, so it makes sense. It should be Lucreti then. Lucreti. Well, anyway, doesn't matter. This well-dressed older woman stands apart from the milling crowds of nobles. She stares off into the distance, oblivious to your approach, until you're right in front of her. Oh, greetings, she offers a reserved smile. Enter Lucretius, formerly of Thistleholm. Sorry. You have the look of someone who belongs here. A Fatebinder, no doubt? She nods. Do you need something from me? So what are all these nobles doing in Tunon's court? She smirks and shakes her head. Trying to look brave, I warrant. But if you crane an ear to any of their conversations, you'll hear a different tale. 3 years since Tunon set up shop in the bastard city, we're still getting used to our new masters, and figuring out what we can and can't ask of them. She nods to the assembled nobles. These are smart, right plenty folk. Ring plenty folk, not right. Ring plenty folk. The way they approach Tunon, you think they were raised under a tyrant's lash. Some have come to settle a grievance, others to pledge fealty. I've been standing around long enough to know that the adjudicator doesn't care for empty gestures. How has the bastard city fared since the conquest? The armies claimed the city in a quieter, more organized manner than I might have expected. I can credit them that much, to be sure. Yeah, that was my doing, actually, I think. Because didn't I... Yeah, I did. I sent the this favorite in here. Thanks to Korra's infiltrators. Oh, yeah, I sent to Korra's, apparently. It was the infiltrators. That's the thing. I always... that kind of surprised me, because I thought the disfavored would be the infiltrator ones, but that's not how it works. They are just... sort of, yeah, they're different. That's why I couldn't really get a grasp on what the Korra's was and what the disfavored were. But yeah. So, thanks to Korra's infiltrators, most of our officials were put to the sword before we surrendered. The chaos made the takeover easy for Kairos' forces, but controlling the city without any leaders to bend the knee was hard work. We've suffered our share of hardships, but it seems that Kairos wants us alive. That's a more generous outcome than some of us were led to believe. What brings a noble like yourself to Tunon's court? A frown cracks her pleasant demeanor. Like the rest of the frightened inbreds, she says, I came to see Tunon and ask him to right a wrong. My manor was destroyed during the conquest. I told the adjudicator my woes, but we didn't exactly see eye to eye. Huh, so just that, huh? Can push that forward? Tell me of yourself, then. I'm the daughter of a noble house. We were wealthy enough to live in the city, but our means beyond that were limited. My mother dealt in fish, textiles, and bronze. By the time I inherited, the business was taking care of itself. Of course, all of that has changed. Thistleholm is no more, and my name has none of its former weight. Even if we were still in business, Kairos' law would stifle our trading rights. Perhaps it's better this way? Yeah, tell me about those. So among other things, Kairos' law of quota and sharing meticulously regulates tradable goods. Permits are issued to deserving merchants, and we heard about this, on annual basis, but their allowances circulate by a design known only to Kairos and Tunon. A former wool peddler may be restricted to selling only copper, and the subsequent years trade fresh vegetables. Okay, that's a very controlly kind of way of doing things, but he seems to be like a magical sort of godlike person. So only Tunon, also Tunon, apparently. I would like to know a little bit about Tunon as well. Let me see. So Tunon is, of course, the adjudicator face of judge. Tunon's in an impartial, sober, though assumed to be a powerful combatant. Tunon readily strays from his throne room. Okay, so if we meet this guy, maybe we'll be able to tell what he is, if he's human or if he's something else. Entrusting his court of Fatebinders to act as his eyes and ears, as well as judges, juries, and executioners. Yeah, so I can't really peer anything else into his nature. What is Thistleholm? A great sigh deflates her. It was my family's ancestral hall. The oldest stones dated back to the years when the bastard city was naught but a dozen roofs and wagons clustering for warmth. Compared to the houses of the great lords, it was nothing special. Age had softened the wood, and its queer placement in the warehouse district set it apart from the finer grounds where lords and ladies strolled for amusement. It was a mess, but our mess all the same. I would invite you over for tea, something stronger even, but it would only disappoint. You'll find naught there but a gaping hole. Yeah, what happened? Collateral damage happened. When the adjudicator cast his judgment on the bastard city, he destroyed the districts of the corrupt merchant kings, their manors, their counting houses, and yes, their warehouses. Aged, dignified Thistleholm collapsed as a massive sinkhole opened under her foundation. The bastard city's laws may not have been perfect by Kyrus' standards, but my family followed them with respect, and never took a copper ring more than we deserved. I can't help but feel that my estate was not the criminal Tunon had in mind during his sentencing. So what are you going to do next? Well, that's the question, isn't it? I appealed to the adjudicator thinking he would see reason. After considering my case for all of 8 seconds, he awarded me a belt of rings and a plot of land on the outskirts of the city. Tunon told me to build anew and start farming. Farming? Can you believe that? She shakes her head. It's not even that I'm opposed to the labor, but we're in a war. I can't have the Scarlet Chorus breathing down my neck, raiding my crops, and Kyrus knows what else. Well, Tunon's word is Kyrus' law, whether you think it's fair or not. But more importantly, they're made to serve the masses, not the individual, I guess. So I think that's kind of the reason why. That's the reason why they have such control on what the merchants trade on. So it's like controlling the market, basically. It's effectively that. It's insider trading, except it's totally not, but yeah. I can appreciate that, she says, especially when there's suffering or corruption on a grand scale. It all makes sense on parchment, doesn't it? She glances on the left and right with unease. I come from a long line of smart, ring-savvy merchants, but even I can't reconcile Tunon's justice with Kyrus' law. There's something wrong about it all. Maybe Tunon knows something I don't, or maybe... She trails off, shaking her head in doubt. What do you mean? I'm kind of curious about that, but... Yeah, definitely Tunon knows something you don't, but what do you mean? People come here for justice. They usually get a version of it, but it's Tunon's version, not theirs. Half of the time, they don't even get what they wanted out of a ruling in their favor. She shakes her head. The deed to a farm, for instance. Not to put my own ignorance on display, but if more people knew how Kyrus' law worked, they might not come here seeking a ruling at all, even a fair one. Tunon is a servant of law, but he's the Overlord's vassal as much as any of us. Sometimes it seems like he uses his position to twist everything into the Empire's favor. We're just pieces on a board, and he can move us however, wherever the law justifies that we stand. That doesn't sound, well, legal. Huh. That's interesting. So how can I use that to my advantage? So basically it seems that Tunon is ripe for the taking, I guess. So if he's doing that, if I can get to Kyrus, if I can show that, let's see. Kyrus defines law that isn't from, no, let's not go with that. Tunon is the one to change his mind. And unfair as it might seem, it's, you should know better than to speak ill of it. Yeah, that's true, but I can only endeavor to bring true justice to the tears. Yeah, let's go with this one. I think this one is gonna... That's what I was leaning towards anyway, but I really, really want to use this, if I can, of course. I want to use this to my advantage. So, how much is my silence worth to you? Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I don't want to extort her. Yeah, my character is pitiless and basically ruthless against those who are above him. However, basically he's gonna be like a serpent, or like a very, very... It's gonna be all over the place, like sucking up to some and angering others. But those that are above him, those that are below, I want him to be just and fair. So... I'm gonna go with this one. This is extortion, and I don't want to do that, even though it's subterfuge right there. I'm gonna go with this one. I can only endeavor to bring true justice to the tears. At least one of Kyrus' agents has their art in it, she says. I'm still holding out to hope that the tears are left standing after this war, and that Kyrus' peace makes something great of us. A lady can hope, can't she? Farewell, Fatebinder. Be well. That's quite a serious turn of events. I wouldn't expect that. Huh. So apparently Tunon isn't as great as I thought it was gonna be. Not at all. Huh. Also, we have things coming from here. Any petitioner that... Oh, any petitioners that displease Tunon would meet their fate in the pits below the court. And that's the stink that's coming out of there? Holy crap. They say it takes an Archon to fully comprehend Kyrus' law. I believe it. We used to have a nice trade agreement with the North. Made a few rings on the side. Now we're vassals to the Empire. Yeah, well, that's what happens. That's what happens. That's what happened to a lot of the Roman Empire as well. They had trade agreements and all that sort of stuff, and then they got invaded. Well, mostly the Iberian Peninsula that I'm talking about. About the rest of the stuff, probably the same. But I don't know the invasion story from that too well. Ooh. Kyrus' standard, an imposing sight to both conquered and unconquered alike. So that's Kyrus', not Tunon. Huh. Yeah, I should have guessed. That's actually the logo of the game, I think. Yeah. The name of the game is very misleading. It's not... Kyrus isn't a tyrant. He's a god. We should all praise him, and he should be God. That should be the name of the game. I guess it wouldn't sell too well, but yeah, I'm role playing here, guys. I'm role playing. From my perspective, actually, if you care to know, I think he's of course a tyrant, but an evil one, not outright obvious in that, but the only non-evil person that we have seen so far, or actually, the Voices of Karat wasn't really. Of Nerat, I mean, wasn't really evil. He was just deceitful and tricky to deal with, so he wasn't evil, I don't think, or at least not outright. I guess the methods that he employed in the Scarlet Chorus were pretty radical and immense and draconian, I guess. But, no, actually, draconian, I mean, the war is war. That's the thing. The war is war. And the Disfavored also are pretty draconian. They kill everything. They kill everyone, so... Yeah, it's, but it's interesting that Graven Ash, I think he's not evil. He's not an evil guy, I don't think. But anyway, yeah. So it's very interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. So of course, I'll need to see the game all for myself and be able to see it all to be able to make a judgment. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Tyranny. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead, leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!